Well, hello and welcome back. Today I'm splitting some wood, and I'm doing it my favorite way, and I'm going to tell you what that is. So me and Aaron just finished cutting dump trailer load of wood, and then we filled up this cart too. I'm going to go ahead and get this cart empty. That way I can head back to the woods probably tomorrow or the next day, get all the rest of the wood that we didn't get done. So in order to do that, I've got to split it up. I've got the Eastimate Ultra, and I'm pushing it into the tractor bucket. I'm working out of my cart. This really is my favorite way to split wood. Just simple. I just push it into the tractor bucket. I do have a conveyor. It's just an old farm conveyor, and honestly it just doesn't work that well all the time. It seems like at least half the time I'm spending on clogging it and fixing it. So for me it's just easy just to push it in the tractor bucket, take it to where I'm going to stack it. I can hold it up, stack it from waist height, and just works good. That's what we're going to do today. We're just going to split up some wood and yeah, just have a nice sunny Sunday afternoon. It's early March here and the sun is in the sky and it's a great day. So let's get to splitting. So I've already been warming the splitter up. I like to use a little bit of diff oil and put a little on these rails. I choose diff oil just because it's a little bit thicker than motor oil and it's pretty tacky. So I'll just put a little on the rails here, and inevitably after running this thing for about 5 minutes it'll be full of dust and dirt, but at least I can say I tried to lubricate it up. I'm not sure if Eastimate recommends lubricant or not, but put it on there just because we like to lubricate things. So let's run it. Alright guys, so I just finished up splitting the bucket full. It's probably about half a face cord. I'm going to bring it over to a tote that's already partially full. Go check that out, double check, and stack it up. So I've got this half tote full of locusts that I split a few weeks ago. So I'll drive the tractor around there and top off that one, and then the next one I'll have to get a new tote out for and stack it up. But it took about 15 minutes to do that with a single wedge. So probably about 30 minutes by myself for full face cord. It's enjoyable to do though, I'll tell you that. So like I said earlier, I've got all the wood here in the bucket and all I got to do is stack it there. So it's pretty easy stacking. It's all waist height, pretty good. So I'm gonna stack that up right now. All right, so it is full. Definitely a heaped face cord. While this video is about how I do firewood and how I like to do firewood, you might ask, why are you still stacking? The trend is not stacking. Didn't you get the notice? Yeah, I've seen. Now, everybody has their own way of doing things, and what works for me might not work for others, but I'll tell you what works for me. What works for me is taking the time to stack the wood, and when I'm done stacking, it dries, and then I'll take my forks and dump it in my trailer, or I'll set that tote in the bed of my truck and I'll deliver it that way, and I'll throw the wood off. But whenever I go to dump the wood, the customer gets clean wood. There's no scraps, there's no dirt, there's no rocks, there's no debris. They are getting what they paid for, wood. So while I could just take my conveyor and make rows, or take my tractor and dump it and pile it up, which I do with ash, but the difference is if I do that, then I still have to take the time to throw it in my bucket or throw it in the trailer and load it. So yes, I spend 10 minutes stacking the wood, but if I don't spend 10 minutes stacking it right now, I'll probably spend 15 minutes loading it into my truck to deliver it. So it's a catch-22. Either way, you're handling the wood at some point. The only way you're not is if you just pile it on concrete, I'd say, and scoop it up and dump it in and shake it out real good, or run it through a tumbler or something, but that's more of an investment. So I'm satisfied with what I'm stacking, what I'm delivering, and that's what really matters. So I'm going to split the next half of this trailer up, and that'll probably be it for today. Let's stick with it. Hope you join me. So I just said I don't pile my wood, but I do pile some of it. I have this ash pile here, and I only pile the ash because I get so much of it. It doesn't take near the amount of time to dry as some of the other woods, and I don't want to waste the totes that I have on ash. I'd rather just make a pile of it and then save all the totes that I do have and the space I do have for the woods that take longer to dry, like the oaks and the cherries and the hickories. My favorite wood, the locust. Alright, so I just finished splitting that bucket full. I brought it over here to the tote, and like a moron, I stepped on the corner of the bucket to hop in here. Bucket went down a little bit, all the wood fell off. Sometimes that does happen. So I'm going to stack all this up. I'll let you know how much I get in the tote. Be right back. Alright, so I got this one stacked up here. It's about a little over halfway full. This is a 325 gallon, so once I stack this even with the top, maybe a touch over, it will be a face cord. So that's pretty good. That'll do it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.